there is a huge expectation, a huge hype behind the gamma squeeze happening next week, because we close last Friday slightly below $60. I mean, it would have been huge if we'd have closed at 65, but it didn't happen. But it doesn't change anything, all right? So I'm going to share with you exactly why there is such a hype, and also why I think maybe this might be too much for nothing. All right, before you jump on me in the comment section, let me explain. Okay, hear me out. So first of all, we have a huge, insane amount of option calls that already closed in the money June 18 last Friday, all right? So we have about 412,000 contracts. Well, a contract equals to 100 shares. So it pretty much means we have about 42 million shares that technically will need to be bought. But here's the catch, guys. As far as I want to believe that 42 million shares needs to be bought, and we'll shoot this thing to maybe $145 a share, well, I also know that personally, the market makers who sold these call options may already have bought the underlying shares, especially given the share price of the option change. So according to my personal opinion, and I might be wrong on this, so don't quote me on this, from 40 pretty much to, I don't know, $48, $49, maybe $50, I think the market makers already hedge themselves by buying the underlying shares. So that gives me, when you look at this volume, it doesn't really give a lot more volume as we would think here by looking at this call option. And that's why I want to stay not that much, hyped on the gamma squeeze happening next week, but it doesn't change anything on AMC, being a perfect setup for a gamma squeeze, given the high buying pressure we have in AMC stock. This is one of the highly volatile stock, since the last 6 months on the stock market, right? So given these two scenarios, guys, okay, if I'm wrong, well, we have at least half of this volume for the shares that will need to be bought next week, and that will really be insane and shoot us up, not even including the FOMO and the swing trader and the day traders. All right, now on the other hand, because I think personally that this might not be the actual volume for which the market makers haven't covered by buying yet, so I think maybe we'll not see the gamma squeeze to the extent we are expecting, but at least we will see some high volatility as we've seen the past week, because this thing, if you were watching closely, have been really dying to breach the $60 mark. Like, so breach it and go straight to 68, 69, 70, probably 78. All right. So that being said, guys, these are the two coins of these are the two faces of the coin. We can't really know before things happen. So I guess we shall see. All right.